Okay, well, this is Sean Perry with VintageRock.com. I'm standing here with Campbell, whose father was Glen Campbell, legendary guitar player. How you doing, Cal?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
You got it. So tell us about some of these guitars.
Well, these are the new reissues of my dad's signature models. These guitars were very common around my house growing up, and I know these very well. That was actually the original Bluebird that they had made for him, the 12-string. And on some of the reissues, there's a really limited number, but they're using original parts from the actual run back in the day when they made them.
Right.
And this one, it's incredible. They've made so many upgrades, and the torrefied process they use, it just ages the guitar beautifully. And more importantly, they feel and sound just like the guitars that my dad had, that I played growing up. So it's really great to see these be reissued on the 50th anniversary. It's amazing.
Talk a little about his guitar playing. I mean, you must play guitar, right?
I do. I started out on the drums, though, and him playing guitar.
Okay.
And we would always, just play through like blues classes and hit Milk Cow blues and just jam on some like rock riffs and stuff. And I was always just blown away at his fluidity as a guitar player. Just instantly could take it to the stratosphere and bring it back just off the top of his head.
Right.
It's pretty great. You hear a lot of the recordings, of your childhood, and you don't realize that he's on a lot of them. And
Monkeys record.
yeah, Mamas and Papas, Jan and Dean, Beach Boys. It's just one of
the Wrecking Crew, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He's just one of those guys you want around. Just the off chance there's that lick he's gonna play, and that's your featured lick.
Right. Now, I know he was sick the last couple of years of his life. Was he playing right up until the end or pretty near the end?
Yeah, that was one of the last things to kind of leave him. It was his interest for the guitar.
Uh-huh.
I had seen the last year, he'd pick it up and start to kind of fiddle with it, and you could tell he was upset that it was out of tune.
Yeah.
And he'd start to mess with it, and then he'd, lose interest. But, before that, when we were touring and everything, he was constantly playing. And he could pick up the littlest toy guitar that the frets are so close together, and his hands are bigger than most hands I've seen, and guitars that people labor over to play, he just plays like a virtuoso. It's like,
wow. So you're doing this by carrying on his legacy, and what about you? Are you still making music on your own?
oh yeah, I'm making music on my own. I produce, engineer, and session musician, and got a couple bands I'm working on. So yeah.
So if you want to learn more about the guitars, you go to Ovation.com. Okay, Cal. Well, thanks for talking to us. Great to meet you. And this is Sean Perry with VintageRock.com.